Hi, in this video I'm going to discuss the dilemma I had about upgrading. If you're into photo gear, you've no doubt heard about the Sony a7R Mark II. This is the predecessor, the Sony a7R, 36 megapixels, full frame, compact body. It is awesome. But if anything, the Sony a7R Mark II is even more awesome. The advantages it has over this include 5-axis image stabilization, so all of your lenses become stabilized, giving you about a stop of advantage. And what else has it got? It's got faster autofocus, higher resolution, 4K video, and a stronger lens mount. When the camera was announced, there was a lot of buzz. Finally, there was a full-frame mirrorless that could compete at a professional level with Nikon and Canon DSLRs in a much more desirable package. I say this because with the a7R Mark II you have access to a whole bunch of Canon lenses with autofocus, as well as having incredibly good lenses that are exclusive to the Sony E-mount. For example, the FE55 f1.8 and the 90mm f2.8 macro. Also, the problems with this camera is that it's not particularly fast, and there is this issue called shutter shock, which can cause some images to look a little bit softer due to vibration. Ultimately, with the new camera, it would allow me to take higher resolution images and have a higher hit rate in terms of nailing focus. So why don't I upgrade? Well, firstly, a couple of months prior to the announcement, I bought these accessories. So I bought this charger here, I bought a spare battery, this, I bought a battery grip, this thing here, leave it over there. I bought the LAEA4 adapter, and I think that's it. There were a couple of other bits and pieces, but they were the main ones. Okay, and if I had to sell this camera to get the new one, I'd have to sell all of these other accessories as well. Now you may think, well, why sell this and why keep that? Well, actually I'll probably keep this one, but the current one, the new one, actually comes with one of these, whereas this one didn't, so I had to actually buy this myself. This one is exclusive to this camera, and actually the Sony a7S as well. And this one is kind of redundant. The new one can actually make do with the LAEA3 adapter, which doesn't have this translucent mirror inside. So if I open this up, you can see that translucent mirror inside there. It doesn't have it, so it's better in terms of like transmission of light. Okay, let me just put this away. There we are, it's fiddling. There we are. Okay. Excuse me. So if I sold all of those, I'd basically make a loss on each one, and that's not good. You also have to factor into this whole thing, the issue of depreciation. Everybody knows that early adopters pay the most money, but you also have to balance it with the second-hand market value of this camera. At some point, the new camera will drop and the market value of this would stabilize. That would be a good point in time to buy, but I still won't, and let me explain why. This is still a really bloody good camera, and the a7R Mark II still has a couple of problems where it could improve. If you're looking to upgrade, you're more likely to be better off if you skip a generation and decide to buy the Mark IV instead. But then you see, there's always a better camera around the corner. You're always chasing this dream, and rather than chase this dream, I decided to go backwards. I'm currently rediscovering the joys of film photography, and it's great. I mean, when it comes down to it, I think all I wanted was a new toy, so I bought a couple of old toys instead. And currently, my latest addition is this Nikon FM2. I think it's great. Just look at it. It's awesome. It's actually got a very similar form factor to the Sony. Let me just, there we are. And it's just a joy to use. So rather than do all that, I just went backwards.